Start. Start on nation.
Yes, sir. Om Shahana Bhavatu Shahano Bhunaktu Shahaviryam Karvavahai Tejasvi Navadhitamastu Ma Vivishavahai Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Thank you, Anusha. Yesterday, Akshita taught about the prisoner's dilemma. Can anybody tell what is the prisoner's dilemma?
Investors are, whenever the investors want to invest, they have a lot of options, but they do not understand, means they, each of them have a different type of view towards the type of investment that they will take up. Some of them would like to go for very safe investment. The returns may be low, but but it is guaranteed. In some cases, the investors are they would like to take the risk. They would like to go for high risk investments, having an with an idea that if the investment, if the risk is more in a particular type of investment, the returns would also be more from them. So from person to person, the attitude towards investment differs, and this is the behavior that they show towards the business or the investment pattern. So this is basically the concepts of behavioral finance that we have learned yesterday.
Okay. Can anybody tell me about the heuristic concept for this irrational decision? So I'm requesting all of you, please you study. Akshita has taught us many things, so we should study so that we can understand. Now today we will learn about the pivot. So any idea about the pivot? What is the purpose of pivot? Now when you do any sort of data analysis, you have to understand the distribution of data. Okay. Distribution of data is very important for any sort of analysis. Why? Because the distribution can provide some information about whether the specific independent variable can be considered in your model, or is it necessary to modify the distribution of some set of variable. Is it clear or not? Hello, is it
Yes,
clear?
sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, thank you. That means when we want to do any data analysis by using any statistics, that particular statistics requires specific type of data pattern. Okay, so what is important? We have to check whether that data pattern is there or not. So that is called the quality of data. Is it clear?
So,
If you have any question, please you drop in the chat box. Please you write whatever. If you have any question, please you write in the chat box. So here I am going to present one data. Okay, now you just check. That is, if I want to relate this age with the financial efficacy, that because this particular test is measuring the financial efficacy, and we have collected this data during the lockdown period. So we want to understand to what extent the people, they are feeling that they are financially efficacious during the pandemic. So my intention is to find out whether the age data is sufficient or not. Then what I can do, I can select age column. Then I can click the insert. Please you follow all the instruction. So this is the single variable examination. For that reason, I have selected only one column. After that, I click insert, and then that is the pivot table. So I select. Now, this is the age. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 age groups are there. Now we have to find out how many data are distributed across the 4 groups. Therefore, what we can do, so what happens, we have noted that 65 to 80, only 4 people are there. Okay. Then, if we want to see who are those, we can get this particular data. Okay. Now, so what is the solution? Solution is, if I can think that is the above, that means the 50 to 65 means 50 and above. Then we can add this 4 with the 30. Okay. So this is one of the solution through which we can increase the sample size. Is it clear or not? I think it is clear, right?
yes, so.
So this is basically the pivot table. And in this pivot table, you will find different windows. One window is row. If you can put this one, then it will be like this. So that is the column. And if you want to delete, then you can delete it. Okay. So you will get only the count of age. That is 172. I think it is clear, everybody. So very quickly, we can get this information. So this is the single variable examination. Is it clear? Or any question if you have, please you write.
There is a question from Prashant C. Do you want to take it right now or after the session?
Which one?
So the question is, if the data is not normally distributed, then we can't use the pivot table, question mark.
The two things important. That is, if my assumption is to use some parametric statistics, then we have to think of the normal distribution. But if my intention is not to do any parametric statistics, then that is not very much important. Because whenever we want to make any inference, then we have to think of the normal distribution. But when everywhere, we are not using the inference. So when we talk about the inference, then we have to follow the normal distribution. When our intention is not to make any inference, just to see what is the data pattern and etc., then that is not required. Is it clear? Or any questions till now? Okay. Now I am coming to the form responses again. Now I want to, how can I solve this problem? Then I can go to the one sec. Now whether this is any question you have, I think this is clear, right? Or
Yes.
no, something is written there. The question has been answered live. Thank you. Okay, sir. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. So again, I am going to my data. Now we get sharing the screen. So here I find there is one arrow. Okay. How? Because I have clicked the data icon. After that, I click the filter. Okay. And then I am putting the age. And then I have seen that this is the data. Okay. So 4 people are here, 65 to 80. Okay. Then what I can do, I can deselect all of them. I can select only this 50 and 65, these two. Or what I can do, I can make one edge code, okay, without disturbing the original data. I can use the edge code. For example, here the edge code is 35 to 51 and 50 to 65, that is 2. 20 to 35 is 0. Like that. So I can make it into 3 categories. That is the 20 to 35 1, 35 to 52, and 50 to 65 3, or 50 and above, that is 3. Then I can get only the 3 sets of data. I think it is clear to all of you.
Yes, sir.
Now, my intention is to find out, that is, how many male and how many female and what is their age. Then what I can do, I can select this one. It is better to select these two. Then again, I click the insert. I can go to the pivot table. Okay, new worksheet. So this is the age code. And this is the gender. Finally, I can write the gender. So now it is clear that, sorry, not the age code. I can clear I can take the age. That is better. Okay. So now it is clear, that is the male, 4 people are there. They are basically 65 to 80. Okay. So if I want to make any comparison between male and female, then it becomes difficult, because here I have noted only the 6 people are basically the female. Okay. So the sample size is very small. Therefore, I cannot make any comparison. Therefore, what is important? You have to collect the large number of data. When you collect the large number of data and following some sampling design, then your problem will be over. Usually what we are doing now during this new normal situation, we are creating the Google form and we are sending the Google form to different people and we are collecting the data from them, and based upon that data, we are making any conclusion. But this is not justified. Is it clear or any question? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we have understood that is the single variable, as well as we have understood the multiple variables. And based upon that multiple variables, we can think, that is, we have to increase the sample size. That is both the male as well as the female. Okay, that is important. So when you collect the data, please you do the pivot. Therefore, you can get the better classification. Otherwise, what happens, if you put all the data in Spss, Spss will give you the significance or something, but that is not the correct. because your sample size is not adequately representative of the population. Therefore, please you follow the sampling design. There are different types of sampling design. Please follow. Now, we are engaged in big data analytics. Okay. So where the trillion data are there, then again we have to classify. So the classification is very important. So be careful about the classification. Now, I am interested to the individuals, right? So I am getting all of them, all of the data. So if I want to do something, I can do this. Okay. So I can select all and I can select only the male. Then I will get only the male data. So that is the advantage of the pivot. Now, again, I am going to this data. I have increased the number of variables. And then again, I am going to the insert. Initially, you have to select, okay. Then you have to go to the insert, then pivot table. This data is also the behavioral finance. Now, I get the, so if I am interested only this educational qualification, because the educational qualification is very important. Now, what is interesting point, you see, there are some data and that is the noise data. Okay. So this is, now you look at 20, 33, 44, 75. Everything is written in the educational qualification data. So that is basically the noise data. Okay. So we have to find out how this noise data came. Again, only the two people in the 12th standard. Graduate students 34, PhD students 25, postgraduate 11. Therefore, for our analysis, we can consider only the 34, 25 and 100 level. Okay. But these data are basically the noise data. So we have to check what is the meaning of 20, 33, or is it just typing mistake or it is something. Therefore, we must be very much cautious. So you have seen that is the noise data. Now that is one occupation. I can put the occupation. Now the occupation is very clear. So that is the distribution. Again, there is a noise data. What is the noise? Because the teaching and teaching. Again, it is there. 3 and 1, both basically the same, but they are differentiated as the two different occupations. Therefore, it is noise data. We have to remove the noise data. Okay, so before going to start any sort of analysis, you have to clean the data. How? By using the pivot, you can understand the distribution of the data. And next, you have to find out whether any noise data are there or not. Because if there is any noise data, you have to clean the data, you have to modify the data. Is it clear? Any question? So can anybody tell me what is noise data? Asha? Asha Thomas, can you tell what is noise data? Asha is not here. Gokila? Hello, Gokila. A Bharatiya University student who is where? Prashant? What happens? Tamil Nadu out of touch. Oshmita? কি ব্যাপারটা হচ্ছে? Saurabh, what is noise data?
Sir, noise data is basically when we have the suppose in case of teaching, there was teaching written in two places with two data. So basically it was the same profession, but it was written separately with two separate values. So once we are doing an analysis, that can create a problem. So we need to merge teaching in a way so that the same data is not duplicated and it doesn't create any problem when we are doing the analysis.
Very true. So noise data creates a lot of the problem in analysis. Okay. Prashant, Ashmita, Asha, are you here? I do not know. What happened? Gokila, Akhilendra, network problem. Okay, we learned through the YouTube, no problem. Now I am presenting another set of data because majority are from the psychology background. Therefore, I am presenting some psychiatric data. Is it visible to all of you? Hello.
Yes, sir,
Show the,
visible.
Yes, sir, it is visible, sir.
Yes, sir.
okay.
Visible, sir.
So this is the data. This is basically the psychiatric data. And you will find this is the different type of data. Here age code is there. Everything encoded. Okay. Age code, sex code, marital status, location, caste, religion, education, occupation, monthly income, economic status, family type, number of households, roof structure. Roof structure is very important information. Wall type. Then the number of living rooms, toilet, how many toilets are there. Then fire for cooking. So these are all related to the socioeconomic status. Type of illumination at home, drinking water, bus route from home, bus route from home. This is very vital. Telephone at home, usual mode of communication. Next is the psychiatric classification. So classifications are there: anxiety disorder, somatoform disorder, conversion disorder, neurotic depression, obsessive compulsive disorder, hypochondriasis, phobia, schizophrenia, manic, psychotic depression, paranoid disorder, stress disorder, and next, what are their complaints? Now, what is our intention? Our intention, first intention, is to explore, that is, the people who are usually coming to our hospital, who are those? Okay. Therefore, we can select occupation, monthly income, and other variables. Okay. So that is my intention. That is the standard of living. Because the standard of living, that also indicates the socioeconomic status of the individual. Socioeconomic status of the individual is very important, particularly for the housing pattern, standard of living, etc. So again, I am doing the same thing. I am going to the insert. First, I select the data. After that, click insert, then pivot table, then OK. Then this is the occupation. Occupation is very vital. So these are the occupation. Okay. So majority are coming from the housewife, and they are unemployed. Student population. Okay. So that is the distribution. And total data is 480. So what we can do? I can do the format cells. Then I can make it percentage. Oh, sorry. Here I can do. So I can make this one. The simple calculation we can do divided by 480 bracket. Yes, that is the proportion. So this is the proportion. No. What happens? Ukshita, can you tell me?
Sure, sir. So, what I would like you to do is that just go to the cell in front of the bus conductor. Yes.
Okay.
Click on the next the cell on the right.
Okay.
Yes. Yes. Now just give a right click. And you go to show values as yes,
Achha, achha.
and then you can take it as a percentage of grand total, percentage of column total, so we can choose the percentage of column total.
Okay, okay, okay. Yes, good.
You so you only taught me
Thank you, thank you.
last when you came to Chandigarh at that time.
Now, if I want to do this one, there is another column, and there only the percentage will be there. Then same procedure, right? Ukshita?
Sorry, I was on mute. So what you can do is that you can just in the just click on the table. Yes, you can delete the C column, like you can just select the C column, the entire C column. Yeah, delete it. Okay, so now you can click on the count of occupation. And you can just select the you can just select on count just from the pivot table that appears on the right hand side. From there you can just add another row of occupation.
Okay.
Just yes, another row. Yes, to
It's not
down.
coming.
Yes, first one has also vanished. Just to the row.
No, it's not coming.
Just take it to the values.
No, it's not coming. Two occupation. It's not coming.
Sir, can you just can I just share my screen and
Sure, sure. You share your screen.
yes,
We have to understand. or we will write this one, occupation after these values. Yes,
Yeah,
yes, yes.
now it has come. So there is
Yes,
chat in
now it is okay.
and
So I can write down only this is it can be changed
yes,
as the
just by
percentage.
yes, you can just click on it and start typing. It would change. Like no, just click on the C3 and just start typing whatever you want to type. Yeah, you can do it like that also, like backspace. Yes.
Does it work? Yes, it works. Fine. Thank you, Akshita. So this is the way we can assign two columns and two different type of values. Is it clear to all of you or any question?
Sir, please can you show once more count of occupation and percentage of occupation that should go for the
Yes, that is the same value.
hmm.
You can put after these values. Okay, you will put the occupation as such, and then you will click here. Then you have to click the show values as,
Okay.
and then as per your need. So this is the column total, because it is a column total. Based upon that, you have to calculate. So you can click here. Okay. Now, এটা কি করলাম? Okay, I think this is clear. Now, if I want to add something more, that is the economic status. What is that data? So that is basically the code, no? Therefore, now if I want to know only the family type, then we can put it here, and then family type. So everything is basically the codes. Therefore, we can follow this style. Wall. Okay, so nuclear family and their wall, and the joint family their wall. And if I want to something more, Okay.
So,
Drinking water. So you can classify in this manner. As you like. Okay. Now I am coming to the another interesting issue, that is the last issue. So this is my raw data. Okay. This is my raw data. So here I have noted there is a number of living rooms. So if the number of living rooms more, then it is expected that the people will use the gas, because this is the validity of the data. So if I want to relate this data, otherwise this is a very important part in case of the socioeconomic data. Again, I am doing the same thing. This is very vital because you have to understand whether your data reliable or not. Then what we can do, I can put this number of living rooms in the row. So how many living rooms are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So what is the toilet status there? Okay. So one toilet, one living room. Okay. And when the living rooms are more, that is 4, then you will find the 3 toilets. Now, if I want to add another variable, that is whether the number of living rooms data okay or not, then I can apply the fire for cooking. Okay. Now, majority people are using the kerosene. Okay. So out of 186, 127 people, their living room is 1 and they are using kerosene. So 59 people, they are using gas. And out of 270, their living rooms are 2. They are using both kerosene and gas. Living rooms more, that is 3 and the 4. Okay. So 3, they are using gas. Again, the living room 4, then they are using gas, but not the kerosene. That means these data are reliable. Is it clear or not?
Yes, sir.
So pivot is very useful for checking the reliability of your data. Again, the type of illumination. Okay. Again, we find the same thing. Type of illumination, electric or kerosene. Okay. Living room 1 using electric. That means now electricity is available. Therefore, people are using electricity more than the kerosene. So that is the data. And when the living rooms are more, then you will find that is they are not using kerosene. They are using only the electricity. That means this data reliable. Okay. Now I'm coming to the drinking water. So the pipe water and the tube oil. Majority people, they are using tube oil still now. Out of 480, 374 people, they are using tube oil. And 106, they are using pipe water. Okay. Because these data were collected from the government hospital. Okay. So people suffering from psychiatric disorder, they are coming from the rural areas also to the government hospital. So this is the data. So what I want to share, that is, today we have understood, I can see the presentation. Due to network issue, I can't see the presentation clearly. It is completely looking flat, sir. I am listening your presentation, sir. Oh, sorry, Prashant. Prashant, are you here now? Prashant, are you here now? Some network problem in Chennai. Not the Chennai, it's a Tamil Nadu, Coimbatore. Coimbatore. Okay, he said, yes, sir, I am hearing. Okay. So what we have understood today, number one, we have understood the noise data. And by using the pivot, we can understand what is the noise data. And the second point is, we have understood how to manage the noise data just using the code. Okay. Number
Sir,
two,
sir,
yes,
in the previous data where there were two teacher, means one profession was repeated. Teaching, yes. Sir, just can you just show how to eliminate that? Means the cleaning process of that.
Then you can assign the code to the teaching, same code. Then automatically they will be called as a teacher. Without disturbing their original data, we can assign the code.
Okay, sir.
So that is the advantage. We can assign the code. And today Ukshita has helped me a lot, particularly for presenting both sets of data. One is the count, another one is the percentage, side by side. And we have understood how to check the reliability of your data. Because the data reliability, specifically in case of the socioeconomic condition, data reliability is vital. Okay, so this data reliability is not the internal consistency as we psychologists are doing usually by Cronbach's alpha, etc. Split up. It is not by due to it is test retest reliability, but by using our research insight. Okay, so by using the pivot, we can identify whether my data is reliable or not. Theoretically, is it sound or not by using the pivot. Now, if you have any question, you can ask me. Saurabh, any question?
No, sir, I do not have any questions, sir. Thank you for the
Yes.
wonderful session. It was a great learning experience, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Saurabh. Shumita?
No, sir, not. I'll
It is
practice
clear.
more. Yes, sir.
Okay. Mona Lisa, any question?
No, sir, it is very clear.
Please.
Thank you, sir.
For the students from Coimbatore, I do not, maybe there is some network issue. Yes, Gokila has written, no, sir, it is clear. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Gokila, no doubts. Okay, okay. Happy to see. Yes, sir, it is clear. I will practice. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Akshita,
Thank you,
for your
sir.
support.
Thank you, sir, for teaching us such a wonderful session. And it was really helpful to understand how we can uh, uh, and a better understanding of the psychological data. Simultaneously, it was also interesting to think about how finance can also, be interpreted with your first worksheet and the second worksheet. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
So if you have any question about the behavioral finance, you can ask Akshita because my presentation is over. So Akshita is a very good teacher. So everybody has understood. Thank you. So requesting Annesha, please present the concluding prayer.
Sir, just 1 minute. My question is to Madam Ashpita. Sorry, Akshita. Actually, the data, the finance data that you have given, this is just not relevant to this class, of course. I just wanted to know if we want to see, suppose gross sales greater than 1 lakh, or the profit greater than 50,000. So greater than, there is a panel which comes, but when I am trying to use it, I am not getting the desired result.
Okay, so just can you help me understand what kind of desired results are you looking forward?
No, like the finance data that you have given us. I'm talking. Mona Lisa is also having that data. I myself. The finance data.
Earlier.
Yes, earlier. Yeah.
Okay, the earlier. Okay. So the sales data or sales data practice file, or the first or the second?
First one, where you have suppose the sales, if the gross sales more than 1 lakh, or this thing profit more than 50,000, greater than 50,000. So how to go for this, where we want to
Shweta, can you
use
show your data? Can you
No.
present?
that
Which data?
is this. 1 second, sir. In order to share, 1 minute.
Yes, you can share. You can share.
One minute, sir. Oh, sir,
Or
Sir,
is
I
it,
cannot
do you want pivot for adults, that particular data?
pivot for which one, sir? No, I'm talking about this
Adults.
one where we had product Kensington, and the countries were given. I'm talking about that one.
Okay,
Unit, so
okay, I got your point. So, what are the column heads that you have chosen?
column heads are product and country, product. Oh, sorry, the column heads will be country, and the row is product, and we want to get the gross sales greater than the gross sales greater than 50,000, that way.
Okay, so I have constructed that pivot. So I guess it would be Brazil, India, Japan, UK, and USA, where there would be a grand total.
Right,
So,
right.
yes. So once you right click on the, so you would, I guess you would be looking in for only one country at a time, or for the grand total. You just need to go to the value filters.
Okay.
And where would you find the value filters? It would be suppose it's like you have chosen Brazil, for example.
Okay.
Okay, under that head you will get value filter heads, and from value filters there would be another dialog box,
Right,
and
right.
it would give you greater than.
Yes.
Yes. So after clicking on that greater than option, then you can
Yes.
choose greater than 50,000, or whatever the options you would like to have.
Yes, I tried out that one, but I did not get it. That is why I wanted to know. I'll try once again, and whatever the results, I'll tell you. Because I have
Otherwise,
tried this way. There are two type of filters. One is label filter, one is value filter. So I have tried the value
yes.
filters. There I have gone for greater than 50,000. I have given that, but I did not get the result. Okay, I'll try it once again.
Is greater than, and then just let me type 50,000. Let me try it. Okay, so what I'll do is that I'll just take the screenshots and share this with you in the group or personally, whatever you
The
feel
group
like.
you can share so that other
Sure.
people can see.
Yes.
Yes, I'll just do it and share it with you.
Yes.
Okay,
Thank
okay.
you. Thank you.
Thank you so much,
Shmita,
Akshita.
for question. Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Anisha, please start the prayer.
Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Thank you, Anisha. Acha, Prashant has written something. Sir, can you use pivot table in SPSS? In SPSS, there is one command that is a table, but that is not the pivot table as such. What is the difference between SPSS and Excel pivot table? SPSS is a table, and pivot table is a more classification you will find in the pivot table. And particularly for SPSS, you can apply some statistics. But in case of the pivot table, it is not important to do any statistics. You can examine your data, and again, you can change the attribute of your data. That is also possible in SPSS, but SPSS, that is mainly for the statistics. But in case of the pivot, statistics is not very important. We are just examining our data. Or Rakshita, do you want to share something? Or is it okay?
So it is okay. We can discuss it tomorrow in detail.
Okay, he has told, okay, sir, now I can understand. Thank you, sir. Okay. Thank you. So I am closing the session.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you, Saurabh.
Thank
Please
you, sir.
join tomorrow
Thank you,
at
everyone.
using the
Happy-
same link by
Okay,
link.
sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you and good night, everyone. Thank you.